One more step along the world I go. One more step along the world I go. From the old things to the new. Keep me travelling along with you. And it's from the old I travel to the new. Keep me travelling along with you. So, hello, it's nice to see you again. Now, what have I got here? A tray of sand. And a lot of our Bible stories feature sand because it's the desert. And in the Holy Land, there's lots of desert, very dry places. There's not much water in the desert. People get very thirsty. And water becomes really important. Now this is a parable. It's one of those special stories. But it's not a story that Jesus told. It's a story that the rabbis of the Jewish faith tell. And it's the story of the deep well. And here's the deep well in the desert. Now the people in the desert had forgotten about the deep well because the water had gone so deep they couldn't see it anymore, so they thought it wasn't there. So they stopped using it. Even the bucket was just left on its side. Nobody knew what it was for. There were some other funny things. Little bits of gold, thread, rope, string lying around. Just bits. Nobody could remember what they were for. But one day, a man comes, or it might be a woman, a person. A person comes and they see the well. They're a bit puzzled. They see the bucket. I'm not sure what the bucket's for. But they stand there and think. And then they notice all these little bits of string, rope, thread. And they stand and think a bit more. And then they have an idea. They can see that there is some water very far down at the bottom of the well. So they think, well, perhaps if I tie one of these bits of string to the bucket, it might get to the water. So they tie the string onto the bucket and they lower it down into the well. But it doesn't reach the water. So they decide to tie the next bit. They're making a connection, aren't they, really? Connecting bits of string together with a knot. So they tie it together, make a knot. And then they see if that works. And they put the well in, the pail into the well, the bucket into the well. It still doesn't reach the water. So they pull it out again, but there's another bit of string or rope. I wonder why the story's got gold bits of string. Might be a reason for that. I wonder what it is. It's not the easiest thing to tie together. Maybe that's it. Maybe getting things tied together is more difficult. Making connections. We've been talking a lot about making connections in our churches. It's actually quite important. When everyone's in lockdown, it's even more important to make connections. And when we make connections, we sometimes find we can get to the water of life. Let's see if we can find some water now. Let's drop all the ropes, all the gold threads, into the well. I think we're there. I think we filled it up with water. So then the person, it was his idea, wasn't it? Let's connect all these bits of thread, all these bits of string, all these bits of rope, and maybe we'll get to the water. I wonder if there's some water here for me. If you were here, I'd let you have a try as well. So, he goes on his way. I wonder if he leaves all those bits of rope connected. I wonder if he keeps the connections. And then if somebody else comes along, they know what to do. But maybe they all get disconnected again, and then nobody knows what they're for. I wonder if we lose all these connections. It would be sad in a way if we did. Connections are what we're all about. Jesus talked about connecting things too. He said, "You must love one another as I have loved you." Even though it's not a story that Jesus told, I think it's a story he might have known. So we'll finish with our little song. Know, love and follow Jesus. Know, love and follow him. Know, love and follow Jesus. Speak his name, feel him within. I wonder if you know a nursery rhyme about going to fetch some water. It's called Jack and Jill. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. Those were in the days when you went to collect your water from a well. We get our water from a tap nowadays, don't we? Still, we all need water, and Jesus gives us the water of life. No love and follow Jesus, no love and follow him, no love and follow Jesus, speak his name, feel him within.